you support the page. He's up.
Man, where you from? I'm from down in the valley.
Listen to this.
You mean like San Antonio? Nah, man. Far. Join us every Wednesday and Sunday night for live shows.
Turn off the light and
DITV Sports, where the valley goes to travel.
Follow down in the valley.
check out Down the Valley, man. Make sure you support the page. He's up.
Man, where you from? I'm from down in the valley.
Listen to this.
What's good, Marco?
Hey, why are you yelling? Why are you yelling at me?
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I don't listen.
Well, that's probably true. That's probably true. I'm doing good. Well, I've been really tired. So, I mean, I think I say this every time. I'm tired and I've been sleeping. So,
I would have to venture to say that the audience knows you're going to be tired. 'Cause
yeah, probably.
whenever I ask what's good, you're like, I'm tired. It's
Although at the beginning there's not many people, so
it's true.
who knows? Who knows how many people have heard that?
It's usually hourly and people like there's like 80 people and we're not tired anymore. We're just chopping it up.
Yeah.
How do you think that what are your thoughts on this background?
I like it. I do like it. I mean, you get to see. I don't know. I the more I've watched people like interviewed and stuff, the more I see them just using like their own like whatever they have, and I like it. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, my obviously just my stuff. I mean, nothing professionally set up, but I like it better than the screen. That's why I took mine off. So
I don't like how the screen was kind of coming in and out. You can't really see it. And I think I'm going to go away from it. Plus, we got the logos everywhere, right? We got the RGV Tours. Shout out to RGV Tours. Shout out to the.com. So, I mean, we got enough there to be able to.
Yeah, and then, I mean, it's a lot easier to just show stuff if we're going to show anything. We don't have to worry about the screen.
Well, I'm rocking the mayor of 956 hat. Right?
It looks like a NASCAR hat.
It kind of does.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. I'm still yelling. Am I yelling?
No.
Okay. I felt like I was yelling a little bit.
No, it looks like a racing hat. Yeah. To me.
Yeah. I mean, it's autographed, so I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'm going to wear this out and about.
Yeah, you don't want to get it all sweaty.
Nah, and the other Fabian one's autographed too.
Okay.
So, hey, have you checked the weather for the first game?
Nope, I have not checked the weather.
Oh, it's just going to be hot.
I mean, probably. It doesn't go that far. It goes to Friday. But well, my app only goes till Friday, like next Friday.
Really?
It doesn't. Tomorrow it'll show me the game day, but it's going to be hot. Yeah.
I am looking forward to it, but not looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be out at the tailgates before.
We are. That's going to be a good time. Before we do that, I want to give a shout out to the second grade class from Vermilion Road Red Raiders Elementary. Shout out to you and the teacher, Mr. Biggie Perez. So I want to make sure we give them a shout out, say what's up. Second grade, I don't know how he does it. But second grade is awesome. So to the kids out there in second grade in this class, make sure you give them some fun, love, and enjoy the day. I wanted to make sure I shot him out because I know I was messaging with him earlier, and
Oh, okay.
we dropped a couple things today. I only dropped one.
Yeah.
I dropped the the Brownsville Rivetta stuff with Ivan.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I
man,
saw those.
there's so much on that, man. There's so many good takes that he had. It just makes it easier when people are better than I am and know
Yeah.
this. Because man,
Hmm.
I mean, I got probably 10 more.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna drop them, and I'm gonna give the players and the kids their kudos from the valley. Let them know that they're getting talked about and that we're excited. I need to
Hmm.
lock on what game I'm going to next Friday.
I don't even know what I'm gonna do. We'll see.
Are you thinking about going somewhere?
I have no idea.
I mean, Los Fresnos plays at home. That's 10 minutes from the house.
Well, for you, yeah.
No, but San Benito plays at Couch Elsa. I think that's
Mm.
at San Benny. There's a Brownsville school game that we can look at, right? So I got to figure.
Well, again, that's all. That's all your side.
I know, and then up north, PSJA plays a good team.
If there, I'm sure there'll be a game in Edinburgh or PSJ or McAllen. I'll look and see
Yeah, I
what's
think.
going on over there.
Here, let me look it up. We got to look up the games, man.
Hmm.
I know there was a guy on named the Mass Vaquero. Shout out to him. He he posted the games. I'm going to pull those up because I know
Oh,
you're
okay.
trying to make me get better at technology.
Yeah, if you could see my screen right now, I think you would your brain would explode.
I don't like all that stuff.
I'm when we're on here, I'm always doing like a million different things.
Really?
Yeah, like it's
I
hard
don't.
for me to just sit here and talk.
You're doing stuff as stuff is happening.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't do all that.
Oh, I thought you were gonna unfollow right there.
No, I'm not going to do that. You see it?
Yeah.
So shout out to Mass Vaquero. Was a cool dude. Has been a cool dude with me. He's done some cool stuff.
Hmm.
He's got a couple things on here, UTRGV basketball season stuff. But the cool thing is he broke down the games right here. So we got PSJA versus Mercedes, which that's a move right there, man.
Ooh, that might
That's
be
a
a good one.
that's a good game. But it doesn't show where they're playing at though.
I
So
mean, either of those, I would drive to Mercedes. It's not that it's closer than Harlingen.
I mean, brand new coach at PSJA,
Uh huh.
right? Um, stud all everything athlete Isaiah Garza.
Yeah, from North, right?
Yeah, he was at North. He was a sophomore last year, but he's everywhere. And then
Mm-hmm.
he's also a basketball player. St. Joe's
Mm.
Brownsville, that is interesting. Corpus Christi Vets versus Edinburgh Vela. That's interesting. Raymondville Harlingen South is a big one. You know, Raymondville's 3A.
Uh
Harlingen's
huh.
South is 5A.
5, yeah.
So Los Fresnos versus Alexander is a good one. Falfuria is against Lyford. You know, that's a small school matchup there. Mission versus Mission Vets. That's a big time rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Sheridan versus Memorial.
Oh,
That's
that'd be a good one.
that is a good one. And then Economides versus Mac High.
Yeah.
Harlingen versus Rowe. Loretta and I versus PSJ North. Westaco versus Westaco East.
Okay.
So a lot of good games.
That you isn't United usually pretty good.
Yeah,
That United PSG North might be a good one too.
I know. That,
And
that might be. See, I don't know. I don't
okay,
know. What do
so
you?
well, let's talk about bands for a second.
Ooh, frisky
S-
bands.
So, oh well, you took off the schedule.
Oh, I didn't know you were going to use it. Go ahead.
I was gonna look at the band matchups. Um,
Oh, for sure. Let's do that.
yeah, if I was gonna pick a game based on the bands, I would either go to United and North or Westlaco and Westlaco East.
Why?
Because PSG North is probably like top 3 in the valley for band.
Mhm.
And United is always has a pretty good band too when they come down. And Westlaco East, I mean, traditionally they always have good bands too. But I'd probably want to go see PSG North, honestly, if I was going to pick for band performances. United and North. If they're playing in PSG, I might go to that one.
Yeah, we don't. Well, versus, does that mean versus is home or is the first
You,
game home? So
you
what is,
if it says versus, the second one is the home team.
well, I know Los Fresnos is home, so maybe that gives us the answer.
You know, Los Fresnos is home. Where are they? Oh,
Los
okay.
Fresnos is the radio, and they're the first ones.
Okay. Let me look that up. Because I would if I was picking based on bands, I would go to that game.
Check it out. Let's see what we got here. We still got the home field advantage. We're live. Drop
Uh
the.
at United. Oh
So the
man.
first, is the first one not right?
No, it's correct. So he has the home team first on his posts.
Okay, so it's home team first.
Yeah, so
So
it's
let's
at United then.
So PSJA versus Mercedes, man, that's not crazy far from you.
No, PSG is right here.
That might
Okay,
be
so that means that game will be here and far. Okay.
that might be the
Then that
move. PSJA Mercedes is a good game.
it is. It's not a great band matchup, but it's a good football game.
Well, I don't know anything about the band, so you gotta tell me. Oh, we got our
No,
guest.
but yeah, we got Samuel. Let's see. Bring him on.
Bring him on.
Yo,
What's the word?
Hey,
What's the word?
what's going on? How we doing? How we feeling?
Man, we're on with the
good.
true pro, right? So please make us look bad. Please do, right? The star of the show. Let me introduce him. So
This is
we
y'all show. Y'all are the stars.
nah, man. No, sir. We're not the stars, man. We bring better people in so they can be the stars, right? So I want to introduce Samuel. Samuel's been someone that I've been watching for a while, man. Like I saw his content. I was like, man, this dude is way better at this than I am, right? And I respect how you do it alone, Doug. Like you go by yourself and you just share screen and you flow. So I saw that and I was like, man, I got to reach out to him. Hopefully he doesn't ghost me, right? He responded, and I was like, man, I would love to get your insight in FCS, and I think the audience can benefit from it. And I was like, look, we're building, and we don't know what it is, but we're doing our best. And Samuel was cool enough to say, man, I got you. I'm down to do it. So I want to introduce Samuel to the show. Appreciate him, and I was going to do a bio, but I want to embarrass you and let you do your own bio because I see some jerseys back there, Samuel. So who are you? What do you do? What did you do? And I'll let the stats speak for themselves if you want to bring them up.
We don't have to bring the stats up, but my name is Samuel Akem. I'm originally from Oklahoma. Me and you, Roy, we talked about that a little bit when we first chatted on the phone. Love my home state. Love Oklahoma to death. Make no mistake about it, I love Oklahoma. But I live in Montana now. I've been in Montana since 2016 when I first came to the University of Montana to play football. That would be that jersey right there. I was here. Well, I was playing ball here from 2016 to 2021. I was an All-American. I was an All-Conference guy. So God is good there. Hard work pays off, boys. Put the work in, and it can pay off. But after that, I did the draft and my pro day and everything. No NFL teams came calling. I actually did finish my career by breaking my collarbone in the playoffs against James Madison. So I think that kind of hurt me. And I dealt with a Liz Frank injury in my junior season in 2019 as well. But I did get an opportunity to play professional ball. That's that jersey right there. I played for the Philadelphia Stars in the USFL, which is now the UFL. Corey Coleman, a famous Baylor receiver, was one of my teammates. So it was really cool to get to learn from him and play with him, man. I remember looking up to him when I first got into college. And then I remember seeing him sit when we're doing our physicals in the USFL. And I was like, yo, like, that's Corey Coleman. Like I used to, I don't know, it's kind of crazy to like have a guy you used to really look up to. Then you're sitting there right there and he's right there and you can ask him questions and just, I don't know, it was really cool. But yeah, so I played in the USFL for a season. The leagues ended up merging the XFL and the USFL and the Stars went away. And I didn't get signed when they did, you know, their another draft and everything. And I could have tried to go to the CFL and I could have tried to go to the US. I could have tried to get signed to another team. And honestly, that's probably the biggest what if I have is, you know, what if I would have tried to go to the CFL? Because I think I could have been successful in the CFL, but that's probably my only regret from my football career. But after that, that would have been 2023 when I played in the USFL. So then 2024 was when, you know, I was officially done playing. You know, I started looking for jobs and I got a job with a company called Snap Mobile. So that's what I do for my day job now. I do fundraising. So it's basically just sales. I'm a salesman, man. I'm selling.
Join the club, baby.
Exactly. But after that USFL season in 2023, that was actually the year that Montana went to the national championship, played South Dakota State and lost. But that was when I reinvigorated my channel. I started breaking down Grizz games, and you know, I got a couple of opportunities. I had a news segment every week where I would break down Grizz or Bobcat games on SWX. So thank you to Sean Rainey. You know, and it's funny that you mentioned, you know, you were saying you hope I don't ghost you. Well, you know, that's one thing that I've learned in this business. And, you know, I've been really grateful in this business that there's been people willing to reach a hand back and pull me up, you know, where, you know, they've been through this before. So, you know, they helped me out. Like actually today, dropping tomorrow, I just had Montana State's play-by-play announcer Keaton Galogly, who's been in the business for a while. He's younger. He's probably low 30s, but he's been in the business longer than me. And he's also somebody who I've been able to reach out to and grab advice from. But anyway, to keep on how I got to where I am today, 2023 started really, I had a channel. I only had like 200 subs and I dropped a couple of vlogs during my football career when I was playing at Montana, but vlogging really wasn't me, but I knew I wanted to do content and you know, stay around the game of football. So becoming an analyst and being able to break the game down and talk about X's and O's and do film reviews was really where I got my foot in the door and people really loved it. Later on, after the 2023 season, I started doing Akem's Analysis, which is actually what my news segment through XWX was called. And I liked the name, so I kept with it. And it just became, you know, my weekly show where I would talk about FCS football, talk about current topics and things like that. And then it ended up turning into what it is today. You know, I partnered with Skyline Sports and, you know, they ended up having my audio, Akem's Analysis, originally be on the Big Sky Breakdown. That's before I started the Samuel Akem Show, which just started this week. But it's just been fast and furious, man, and just keeping my head down, grinding, you know, dropping the content. I remember when I first met Coulter, who works for Skyline Sports, one thing he told me was that, you know, the biggest thing and the greatest thing that you have right now is you have content, you know, and you have the ability to produce content on your own. Like you don't need to go to a studio to shoot. You don't need camera and everything. Like I already had everything and I was already doing everything. So me being able to have the content, him being able to have the platform in Skyline Sports was really what made the marriage. And, you know, now I've kind of started to realize, you know, being able to sell advertising on your own, having a media kit, and, you know, I mean, all the things that it takes to be in this media business, I've become better and better about it. And it just comes from talking to one person, talking to the other person, talking like, I'll give you, this is the last story I'll say, and then I'm done. So I know I'm getting a little long-winded. I was talking with a friend who has a podcast who covers FCS football as well. And, you know, I sell advertising, but I don't think I'm the best at it. You know, advertising sales is a little bit different than fundraising sales, which was what I do. And, you know, it's also different when, you know, you're trying to sell your own asset, your own product, like, you know, putting the numbers together and all. I just didn't really understand it. Well, I was talking to somebody whose channel has less subscribers than mine. And they were telling me, you know, how much they sell their assets for. And it was significantly more than what I had been, you know, doing in advertising. And it just kind of woke me up and opened my eyes in terms of, man, like there's so much more I could be doing in this business. So there's so much to learn. There's so much to do, but it's been great being in this business, man.
No, I love the growth. I mean, it's fairly recent, man. I didn't know it was that recent. 2023 since you strapped them up is pretty
Yeah.
recent. So I'm definitely not going to try to race you or try to guard you because I know. But I do have, before we get to our first question, we have somebody already asked a question. Couple questions based on what you said, right? James Madison, who was the coach when you guys played him?
I believe it was 2021, so I believe it was Kurt Signetti. I didn't even know that. Now
Right.
Kurt Signetti's won the national championship. I literally went
Yeah.
back and looked a couple of months ago, and I was like, wow, it was Kurt Signetti. My
Yeah.
goodness.
I was going to say it had to have been around that same time because that's
Yeah.
where his trajectory came up.
Yeah, that next year they went to the FBS.
Yep.
Yeah.
Best combine stat.
Ooh. I'd say probably my hand size. I think I had, and I didn't go to the combine, but my pro day, my hands are like 11 inches. Like I got really, really big hands.
Yeah. You said you break down tape, right? Have you had a chance to see the boogeyman Tony Diaz's tape at all? It's kind of viral. You know?
I actually saw a video earlier this week, and actually this morning I was talking about Tony at Iowa, and I was really, talking about, he's a high level receiver. Iowa, these are the numbers I mentioned on on the show this morning. Iowa has not had a 1,000-yard receiver since 2011. The last time they had a receiver go over 600 yards was in 2022. And guess who that was?
I have no idea. I couldn't
Sam
even.
Laporta.
Oh, really? Okay.
So they haven't even had. I don't even remember the last time they had. I mean, I just don't know if you're a high level receiver. If Iowa, anyway, but I have not watched the film myself. I did see a clip of a cut up of him on social media yesterday, though. I did.
Yeah, ball skills. All about ball skills. The guy can really track the ball and faster than you think.
Yeah.
Right. I was surprised about the Iowa thing. I'll be honest with you because he had the Alabama offer.
Yeah.
He had Kentucky offer. Right.
Yeah.
And had some other things cooking. Maybe it was the bag. Probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty cold in Iowa. So
yeah.
what I do know, he's been back down to the Valley a couple times, so he misses the Valley a little bit.
Where is he from? Is he from Texas originally?
He is. He's from San Marcos, which is up by San Antonio. Okay. So he's from Texas, but he likes the Valley because I know he's been down here before. Other question I had. Well, no, I mean,
Roy, I was going to say, well, maybe they're seeing what Rocco Beck was doing at Iowa State, and they're going to start throwing the ball. You never know.
Wishful thinking.
We're excited about him, and we're excited about Xavier Nolan, who's also at Oregon State. So our two receivers from here both.
Xavier will see the Grizz this year. The Grizz see Oregon State this year. So
okay, is that like game 1 or 2, or when is that?
Game 3. I believe it's the second or third game of the season. It's somewhere in the non-conference. I think it might be the third.
He's a small little fellow, man, but he gets open and he can run. So I'm interested to see what he does at that level, and I think that's something we can do. Well, let's get the first question. We got a question from Mike. Looks like he's asking, what do you think about the portal? And some teams do it good and others do not. What are your thoughts?
I think it's a case-by-case basis. But I also will say, I think there are some situations where teams have a great need to dive into the portal. But also, I will say the teams that you really see winning at the highest level, well, I don't even want to say that. I mean, do we think Kurt Signetti, will we consider that heavy portal? But a lot of it is heavy portal because he brought a lot of the guys from James Madison. So do we consider him being a heavy portal guy, or, how do we see that? But what I was going to say is a lot of the teams we see win at a high level at the FCS level, like the North Dakota States, obviously at FBS now, the Montana States, they don't dive into the portal very heavily. We talked to Brent Vegan at the Big Sky Media Days this year, and I asked him that, really, what goes behind your portal strategy and why don't you guys? And he said it's a situation where, they really look at their development. So say you're looking at your defensive line position, and he said they asked the question, do we like who we have at D-line, or do we think we can get somebody better in the portal? And for him, and since he's really been there since 2021, they've liked the guys that they've had there. This year, coming off a national championship win, Montana State has only brought in 2 guys throughout the portal. And unfortunately, one of them actually 3 or 4, because they brought in a corner from Arizona, they brought in a corner from Penn, they brought in a tight end from Air Force, and maybe one more guy. But they don't. The point I'm trying to make is they don't recruit through the portal very heavily. That's not what they do. So, I don't know. It just depends because if you look at a school like Montana, they do bring in guys from the portal pretty heavily. But also, I feel like Montana's been in this cycle of not having a ton of not having a ton of young talent that you've been developing. So now I feel like they're in this cycle of bringing in portal guys and bringing in portal guys and bringing in portal guys, and it's kind of a sick cycle. I think in order to depend on development, you're going to have to go through some bad years. If that's not what you've done, you're going to have to build that Rolodex up of guys that you got, throughout the program. But if you start depending on the portal, it'll become a nasty cycle. So I would say that the best teams do it through development. But, I think we've seen success through both lenses, honestly.
I like it. I got a question specific because, UTRGV has a unique situation.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This year, their recruiting strategy was taking FBS guys at the receiver spot that did not play and bringing them down to UTRGV.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the FBS drop down and the strategy of doing that rather than leaning on maybe a D2 guy that overperformed or a JUCO guy that overperformed? What are your thoughts on that? Because right now on our squad, we have two guys expected to play a lot that did not get on the field last year at Tulsa or North Texas. What
Tulsa.
That's your play.
Man, I don't know truly, because just because they didn't play does not mean that they're not talented. But also along those lines, them not playing that's data to gather. There's something to be said there. Why weren't you playing? And on the other hand, with the Division II or lower division player, yeah, they've had all those numbers, but also what type of talent were they going against? And how are they going to translate against higher level talent at the Division I level? So I think there's just like I said with the portal and not recruiting through the portal, there's pros and cons. I think it's a situational basis. You really got to talk to the recruit and find out, what was wrong at your previous spot, or talk to the D2 drop down guy, maybe it's not even really talk to him. You just got to analyze him in the first couple of weeks and see, is he getting open? Is he physically fit to be able to be at this level? I don't know. There's a host of things that go into guys being successful or not successful. I don't know if it's necessarily a wrong play because, say, for example, with UTRGV, if they don't grab the guys from the FBS, where are they getting? Do you guys have guys on the roster already? Where is the talent going to come from is the next question, So somebody's going to grab those FBS guys. If it's not UTRGV, it's going to be Austin P. It's going to be Incarnate Word. It's going to be somebody. But where do they go? So, and also, too, coaching matters as well, because I would say that I wasn't the same receiver under Bob Stitt that I was under Bobby Houck. I got recruited by Bob Stitt. Bobby Houck ended up taking over, and he was my head coach. But I was a much, much better receiver under the structure and the coaching of Bobby Houck and Brent Pease, who was the receiver coach at the time. He's now the offensive coordinator in Montana. But Brent Pease did phenomenal things for my career. It just depends, man. It just truly depends on the coaching, the player themselves, because sometimes guys have got to be real with themselves and say, hey, I wasn't successful at such and such spot because of me. Now, if you're willing to turn that around, then you're going to see different results. But sometimes it's all about the player themselves and them wanting to do it,
Yeah, it might be a coin flip, right? You don't really know what's going to happen until you get them on the field. Next question. Do you think the Villanova QB plays this year with the eligibility drama and conference drama?
Man, I have no idea, because the conversation now becomes, what type of power does the Patriot League really have? Does the conference themselves really have? And do they have more, which the answer that pops in my head is no, but do they have more power than the courts? No. They shouldn't, at least. If a judge says something, they shouldn't. Exactly, they shouldn't. If a judge says something, then that was honestly the final word, or at least, take this, for example. If the NCAA can't do anything about that, what makes you think that a conference is going to be able to do something about it? They shouldn't. Now, it seems like he's not going to be able to play right now, and all we can go off of is what we know right now. It seems like the Patriot League is staking their foot into the ground. But from what I saw today, I watched a video of somebody who covers Villanova. He works for Villanova Athletics. He was saying that they're waiting on a judge's decision out of, I think it's Ohio is where they're waiting for the judge's decision. But they're waiting on a decision to basically have the judge say, hey, can the conference not allow this guy to play, or was your ruling? I don't know. I think they're looking for more clarity on the ruling. But does he? I don't know. I'd really put it at a coin flip right now because it's been so flip floppy over the last week. I mean, how can you really say?
Yeah. It says here, Marco says, I think skill position at the D2 and JUCO level typically translate well, while trends positions not so much.
I guess it depends because last year Montana brought in an AIA defensive end. I'm blanking on his name right now, but he was the defensive player of the year in the Frontier Conference, which is an NAIA conference up here with Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota. Anyway, he was the defensive player of the year coming out of that conference, and he ended up being a first-team all-conference guy at Montana last year. So, I mean, it just depends. You know, he's a trench guy.
It's true. Marco, go ahead.
Yeah, so from the outside looking in, I mean, what do you make of the Southland right now? I mean, from us being in it, I mean, it seems like a tough conference. I mean, every team's getting better. All the teams are legitimately reloading from what we've seen. So, I mean, is the Southland a legitimate, like, multi-bid, national relevant conference?
I mean, multi-bid. I mean, they had 3 bids last year. Now,
yeah.
Should they have had 3 bids? I don't know, but they got 3 bids, and the guys. I mean, the record said that they should have had 3 bids, so that's why they had 3 bids. We're not gonna go back and forth, but I think it's a very competitive conference. I like the talent in the conference. I just really love the play right now in the South in terms of the UAC, the Southland. I won't even put the SoCon. Really, the Southland and the UAC have really been impressive lately. Stephen F. Austin, UTRGV, Lamar, Sela. I mean, all the teams in that conference. Incarnate Word. I mean, a lot of people thought that Incarnate Word would be better than they were last year. We'll see what they can do this year. But I think it's a formidable conference. I think there's a lot of talent. I think what you said is true as well. A lot of rebuilding. I mean, who are really the marquee names right now in terms of talent-wise in the Southland Conference? I mean, can we think of anybody? Sam Vidlak, who was a former Montana guy, is now gone. Who's at Lamar? They had a guy named McCown last year, and another. I know they played quarterback last year.
But he's in a battle. He's not even the starting quarterback right now. I think they're still battling for that. And then we got Bugs from SFA.
SFA, yeah.
Yeah. Then the lineman from SFA is a big time All-American, but there is a drop off after that.
Absolutely. So, I mean. I guess we'll have to see how it plays out. Lamar's got some big non-conference games. Stephen F. Austin's got some big non-conference games. UTRGV, if I'm not mistaken, UTRGV plays Prairie View A&M as well, right?
No, that's Prairie View plays
Tarleton, but
Tarleton.
But Prairie View plays somebody else as well. I'm blanking on it right now. I'm not going to remember it. But either way,
we play UTSA, which is what it is.
But there's some big non-conference games, and I think those will really help determine where the Southland is at. You got to perform well in the non-conference because within conference, depending on what happens, those non-conference games, you really get to reference those at the end of the season. So I'll really be paying attention to those as to be a good barometer. Like Lamar versus Abilene Christian, that is a marquee game for Lamar, a marquee game for the Southland. I mean, it would really benefit the Southland for Lamar to win that game. And, Lamar, I think, was a team that was really built on the defensive side of things last year. What does that look like for them this year? We'll just see. But I think, I think the Southland is in a good position. I just think there's a lot of unknown talent that is going to reveal itself this year.
Yeah. So, what trend is kind of changing in FCS football right now? I mean, because as someone who just really started following FCS football with UTRGV, I mean, I've even this 1 year, I've seen a lot of change just in the subdivision. So, I mean, 3 years from now, what do you think the subdivision is going to look like? Portal, NIL, anything like that, scheduling, and then with this 5-for-5 rule. I mean, we've had a lot of debate about that. We feel like a lot more players are going to come down to get that extra year of playing time rather than sitting at an FBS school. I mean, so what do you think the trend's going to be in like next 2 to 3 years for FCS football?
Well, first things first, I think one trend, and I don't know if it will be a continued trend, but one trend we've seen in the Big Sky Conference and certainly in the broader FCS is talent deciding to stay Eli Gilman rushed for
Mhm.
1,500 yards last year, 21 touchdowns. That dude could have went and got a bag anywhere. He decided to stay. Kali Ayat led the FCS in passing. He decided to stay. Bo Brungard won the Walter Payton, had over 50 touchdowns. He decided to stay. Justin Lamson, Taco Dowler, Caden Dowler. I mean, a ton of talent. I mentioned a lot of Big Sky talent, but even Chase Mason, DJ Williams at Southern Illinois. I mean, all of the talent that decided to stay as opposed to leave for potentially greener pastures or maybe not greener pastures. I think guys are starting to understand and see the writing on the wall that, hey, yeah, going up to the FBS is great and the money may be great, but a lot of times what these guys are getting pulled up for is to be a depth piece, to be somebody's backup. You know, we're going to pay you a lot of money, but we don't intend for you to play. So I think that's one trend that we're seeing in FCS college football. I think what you say about the 5-for-5 rule and guys deciding to come to the FCS, that could also be a trend that we see. But also, I think another trend we might see with the 5-for-5 rule is, hey, maybe people start to reprioritize high school recruiting. We get 5 years. We get time to develop this guy. He gets to play more than just 4 games in his rookie season, and he's going to have more time. So I think you're going to see more runway for guys to really develop, learn the game, grow, and I think we might see a resurgence of high school recruiting as well. In terms of NIL, I don't know if we'll see any broad changes in NIL over the next 3 to 5 years. Another big change I think we could potentially see in 3 to 5 years is they just dropped the article Front Office Sports did about Tarleton State. $45 million athletic budget. I mean, they're spending a lot of money. They're spending more money than some of these FBS schools. Will they even be in the subdivision? It seems like they're really, really looking and working to get out of the FCS. So what does that look like? Obviously, Montana State are at the top of a lot of, not even conferences lists, but when you talk about realignment, when you talk about teams moving up, after NDSU is gone, now the conversation is Montana State, and South Dakota State. So what does that look like? What is the timeline on Montana State? Maybe it's a South Dakota State moving up. I mean, with the way things change in college football right now, we may see a whole different. Who knows if the UAC and the Southland merge? I mean, we don't know. Yeah. And I have no information on if they are going to merge. So if anybody heard that and thinks I don't have any insider information, I'm literally just we don't know what can happen. Basically, what I'm saying is everything changes by the hour. Think about the Pat McQuaid situation and these judges' rulings on eligibility is a perfect microcosm of what is going on in college sports. One day he's eligible, the next day he's not eligible. He's practicing, but he's not going to be able to play. If he plays, they're going to have to forfeit. We don't know. It changes every day because there's no guidance. There's no person calling the shots right now, and it's just a madhouse.
Yeah, and another thing I'd like to ask to follow up on that. One thing that I think we've started to notice, and I think could be a trend, is with high school recruiting, is guys committing earlier.
Yes.
We just the last couple of days, it wasn't football, but we just got a couple 2028 commits for baseball.
Yeah.
So they're starting their junior year. So I feel like that could also be another thing that might be starting to happen the next couple of years.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a kind of something I've seen a lot of people online talk about. Both Montana and Montana State have 20 plus commits right now for their 2027 classes, you know, and all of those were before the season happened, over the summer, even in the spring. I don't know. Guys seem to be making their decisions way sooner. And I don't know why that trend is. I haven't truly thought about it enough and thought hard enough about it to think about the why of it. I don't truly know what the why of it is, but I think it's a phenomenal trend. I think it's awesome that guys are making their decisions now. With committing early also leaves opens up the possibility that these guys may decommit and sign somewhere else and all these things. But I think it is and I also think one thing guys understand and high school guys are starting to understand is committing before your season is much better because it gives you one less thing to worry about. When you don't, I was somebody who wanted to commit to Montana before my senior year. The only reason I wasn't able to is because my mom was like, "Hey, that's in Montana. You've never been there. Just go see it first before you commit." She had no problem with me wanting to commit. She just wanted me to see the school before I made that decision. So I like it, man. I like these guys committing. I like them. But what I like more than them committing is them standing on their decisions. So hopefully they're able to commit and stand on that.
Yeah, another thing we've talked about with that is that I think a lot of guys are learning that you can't wait I mean, if you have an offer, you need to try to take advantage of it. Otherwise,
No.
it can be pulled. They can fill it up. I mean, so I think that's what a lot of these guys are figuring it out.
Yep. Coach will call you one day and say, hey, we're offering you a scholarship. We got a spot for you. And you decide to wait until December or maybe November to make your decision. He's like, oh, that we offered you in July. We offered you in June. That offer that we offered you is no longer available, brother. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I talked to one guy that went on a visit with UTRGV, and I was like, hey, what happened? And he told me on his visit, they was able to give somebody else, and they pulled the offer. Not on the visit, but they pulled the offer, very shortly after, right?
Yep.
So to Marco's point, you get an offer, you like the school, get it done. I committed to a D2 school before my senior year, and I got offered after that from bigger schools, but I was all in on the coach.
Just think about this. Just think about this. The pool is way bigger. The pool
Yep.
is way bigger. We have transfer guys now, so we can get drop downs. We have JUCO still. So I mean, when you think about all the talent that you have in the transfer portal and JUCO, high school sometimes is on the bottom of these coaches' list. Like there are some schools who don't prioritize high school recruiting. That is a real thing.
Yep.
So if you get an offer as a high school kid, I mean, just think, 3, 2, and 1-star guys now, it is thin pickings out there for those guys.
Those are JUCO guys.
Those are the JUCO guys now. Those guys used to have a couple offers, a couple FCS offers, a couple ability to go play D1 football. Now those guys are playing D2 JUCO NAIA, and they're trying to work I mean, it's just the pool is so much bigger now, and it sucks for high school kids, and I'm so thankful that I wasn't around for recruiting, wasn't being recruited during the transfer portal era, because I wouldn't have had my Montana offer. I simply wouldn't, man. I only had 7 touchdowns in high school. I wasn't a highly touted recruit. Like I wasn't that guy. So I'm thankful, man. I'm thankful.
I got the next one. I got you. So are people sleeping on Travis Bush, our head coach?
I don't know if people are sleeping on him. I mean, at least the people I've talked to, obviously he has Montana ties, so I think people respect what he's done and where he's been. I don't know if people are necessarily sleeping on him, but I think it's a situation where, you had a good year last year, but also you didn't play a full D1 schedule. And there's still a ton of teams that don't play full D1 schedules. They only have one, but you had like 3 or 4 non-D1 teams on the schedule. I think people look at that and they're like, hey, like, it looks good and the numbers are good, but they're a little bit inflated because you're playing teams that aren't necessarily the highest of level of talent at the D1. And obviously there's D1 teams that you'll stomp out as well. Like Northwestern State is going to get stomped by everybody. So, I mean, it's not just the fact that they're non-D1, but I think it's the number and the amount of non-D1s. Now, obviously, first year playing Division I football, so we understand why, but I think in order to get the respect, you have to do it on a consistent basis. Like, I think Brent Vigen started his career great at Montana State. He went to the national championship the first year, but he lost to the Grizz. So a lot of people were looking at him like, yeah, you had a great year. You went to the national championship. You lost in the national championship, but also you lost to the rival, which cannot happen. Yeah. So, I think Travis Bush, if he just continues to do what he's done and continues to put really good football teams on the field, that's where you gain the respect.
Before I get to my next question on Coach Bush, I've heard that comment about a non-D1 schedule many times.
Yeah.
Whether it be on the Twitterverse, whether it be just people doing it. But we beat UIW, we beat Nickel, we beat East Texas A&M, and we beat Houston Christian. So don't get me wrong, the D2 school that we smacked, the NAI school that we smacked, Texas Wesleyan that we smacked, I get that. But you can't really say it was a non-D1 schedule when we're playing conference games, though, Samuel.
Absolutely.
What's your take on that? Because what you said is respected, and it's a very similar tone than what we've heard. But I never hear the follow-up and talk about who we beat.
Fair. You did beat D1, and that's what I'm saying. And that's what I was trying to say. That's what I was trying to say. You did beat D1 teams, and that should be respected, but it has to be done on a consistent basis. And I think part of the lack of, and I haven't even really heard people, maybe these are on UTRGV circles, but I haven't really heard people disrespect Travis Bush. I haven't really heard any negatives about him. I don't think there's anything negative to say about him. I just think it's a situation where, you just got to get more time in. You got to get more years in. I mean, all the guys who played at UTRGV last year, they're career record holders right now. So you just got to get more time in, and the respect will most certainly come. But people do pay attention to the 9D1s. So, it's kind of
They
one of
do.
those.
So I'll comment on what you asked, Roy. I mean, we talk about it in basketball. We talk about it in baseball about RPI and who did we play? We talked about it with our baseball schedule last year. We played a tougher schedule, but I mean, we kind of decided it kind of wrecked our season,
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a dangerous thing, I think, to schedule full D1. But like Samuel says, it's going to come into conversations at the end of the year when you're trying to get into the bracket.
Yes. And that's the thing now, is because they put new language in the rules where playing too many playing a non-D1 opponent will hurt you. It will hurt you trying to get into the playoffs. So, I mean, that's something that Montana has run into. Last year, was it last year? Yeah, last year Montana played Central Washington, and obviously Montana still ended up being a high seed. But there have been years and will be years where you may be on the bubble, and the team that you're trying to get in over doesn't have a non-D1 win on their schedule, and you get in. I think it actually happened. Well, it might have happened last year. Let me Monmouth last year. So Monmouth was in my opinion, a playoff team last year. They were 9-3, and they looked really, really good. But if I'm not mistaken, I think they had a non-D1 win on their schedule, and that was something that I think ended up hurting them in the end.
They talked about that on the announcement show, the field show, about that. Yeah, you're right. I don't remember who it was, but that was a factor.
Yeah, so you just look at things like that, and they actually didn't have a non-D1 last year in 2025. I can't remember what it was, but they did lose to New Hampshire, who ended up getting in over them. So that might have been the deciding factor. But there was somebody last year who I was looking at. It wasn't Monmouth, but there was somebody. But just my main point is, it will hurt you. It will hurt you, the non-D1. So so I think the FCS is trying to weed that out, the non-D1s. And I think there's still a ton of non-D1s on people's schedules, but I think they're trying to get the committee is certainly trying to get away from that in terms of playoff eligibility.
I got one more question on Coach Bush.
Mm-hmm.
If we have a run where we're 10-2, we lose to UTSA, and then we lose one more, does he get a G6 job?
I don't know. I mean, he could. It just depends on what jobs are open, what coaches, who are they going? Because, Brent Vegan is going to be at the top of everybody's list. I mean, there's going to be a lot of coaches that are. It just depends on how the season goes. I think he could be. Certainly, if you guys go 10-2, and there's some. I mean, everybody's always looking to improve, and if there's a young head coach that's doing good things, they're going to be after anybody. I mean, it happens. Bobby Houck left as the head coach of Montana, and now he's a defensive coordinator at Illinois. He's never been a defensive coordinator before, but they don't care because he's a good head coach and they know he can coach. So, good head coaches are always going to be wanted. So if Travis Bush does a good job, there's certainly going to be people calling. There's certainly going to be people calling.
Who's the top 4 teams in FCS for us right now, so that our audience knows who to look for in the top 4? If you had to do it today, who's in the semifinals?
Ooh, I mean, there's so many things that can happen for a team to make it or not make it to the semifinals. But I do vote. I do vote in the Red Shirt Sports poll. If you guys don't vote, I honestly could hit up James if you guys would want to vote. He'd probably be happy to have you guys be voters in the Red Shirt Sports poll if you guys wanted. Now, I don't know how much you guys cover the rest of the FCS, but you guys could be voters if you wanted to. But I voted in my Red Shirt Sports poll, and my top 4 was Montana State at 1, South Dakota State at 2. I had Montana at 3, and I believe I had Rhode Island at 4. But those would be my top 4 teams right now. I know a lot of people have Tarleton State high. I got to see it. I know a lot of people want Illinois State high. I got to see it. I mean, you got to think about some of the talent that these teams are losing. Trey Page at the running back position for Tarleton State as well as another running back. I know they got Hines coming back, but Victor Gabales was a multiple-year starter. He's gone. You look at Illinois State, Tommy Rittenhouse is gone. Daniel Sobkowitz is gone. They got Dylan Lord back. They got Dawson back. But, there's just – with some of these teams, there's just too much talent going out the door for me to really depend on them right now. And I'm very big on quarterbacks returning. South Dakota State has a quarterback coming back. Montana State has a quarterback coming back. Montana has a quarterback coming back, and Rhode Island has a quarterback coming back. Now, Devin Farrell, in the latest report, may have to miss time to start the season, but nonetheless, Rhode Island has a quarterback coming back, and they're picked to win the CAA. So I like them as my top 4 right now.
Sleeper team. Who you got? Nobody's talking about them, but you like them.
Man, this is a tough one because I feel like I try to talk about everybody, but
Obviously, man, you're giving us stuff right now that we got one guy saying that Samuel's a real ball knower. So
I appreciate that.
The respect is definitely there. But yeah, who do you got as a sleeper?
Gosh, there's a couple of teams I could go with, but I want to go with. I'm looking at I have the map in my head right now, and I'm like traveling the country to see the teams that the team I really want to say, and I feel the reason I'm hesitating is because I feel like they're not a sleeper, but they are a sleeper. I'm gonna say UC Davis. Now they don't have a quarterback right now. They're having a battle in camp. There's 2 guys battling for the job right now, so we'll see who comes out with that job. But one, I believe in Tim Plow, their head coach. He's a phenomenal head coach, phenomenal offensive mind. But also look at the rest of the talent at UC Davis. Samuel Batu Jr., all-conference receiver. You got Stacey Dobbins, a 700-yard receiver, young guy. You got Jordan Fisher, a 1,200-yard running back in the backfield. You got Winston Williams, an all-American tight end, an all-conference tight end. You also have, I think, Ian Simpson, their backup tight end, or their other guy is also there as well. Defensively, Rex Connors, who's a Defensive Player of the Year candidate on their defense. Porter Connors, Defensive Player of the Year, not Defensive Player of the Year candidate, but very good linebacker, probably top 5 to 10 linebacker in the conference on their defense. Trent Carrad, you got Sam Gologowski on their defensive line. You also have Drew Cofield, who's a freshman All-American, and so quarterback aside, it's a plug-and-play situation at UC Davis for me. You put whoever, and I believe in Tim Plow. Hastings, their quarterback from 2024, phenomenal player. Caden Pennick, their freshman quarterback from last year, who transferred to Wazoo, phenomenal player. They just always figure it out at the quarterback position. UC Davis is a team that's been in the quarterfinals the last couple of years, cannot get over that hump, but they got a very easy schedule this year based on the numbers. We talked with Tim Plow, and he's like, how do you know we're going to have an easy schedule? Fair, coach. You're right. We don't necessarily know. Based on the records last year of your opponents, it says your schedule is going to be easy. And they don't have to play Montana State. I don't believe they play NAU this year, or they might play NAU, but they literally only play like Montana and Idaho is I think the 2 teams they play in the conference. And is Idaho even going to be that good? I have no idea. Montana's really the swing game. They get that game at home, but they could really be a team outside of maybe losing to SMU who goes 11-1, 10-2. Now, unfortunately, because of their strength of schedule, they may not get a very high seed. They'll probably be top 8, top 10, top 12 seed. But they really could potentially win the conference and not have to see even the toughest team in the conference in Montana State.
Wow. Wow. We got a situation going on down here with the quarterback battle, right? So we got an Oklahoma State, Virginia Tech transfer, Garrett Runhell, right, that came down and was recruited along with, but offensive coordinator came down, had a relationship, brings him down. Then we got our backup from last year who showed some worth but didn't really have any meaningful, game reps when it came to starting reps, right? That can run the rock a little bit, very versatile. What are your thoughts on a 2 quarterback system? Because we just heard from our coach on Monday.
I saw it. I don't like it. Right? I'm talking about that tomorrow. He said 2 quarterbacks into the season. No, coach. No. I am very anti 2 quarterback system. Now, with that being said, it can and has been done successfully at Sacramento State in 2022. As recently as 2022, Sacramento State won the Big Sky Conference running a 2 quarterback system. And even in 2021, the whole year. And even in 2021, my last year there, they won 3 straight Big Sky Conference titles. And they were running the 2 quarterback system at least. I know in 2019 they weren't because they had a starter in Kevin Thompson. But I believe in 21 and 22 they were running at least in 22 for sure they were running a 2 quarterback system. In 2021, I think they might have. I can't necessarily remember in 2021, but I believe they were in 2021 as well. But it has been done successfully, but more times than not, we see it be unsuccessful than we do see it be successful. And let me tell you why. Kelly Ayat at Montana was a quarterback who was in a 2-quarterback system with Logan Fife, who ended up finishing his career at New Mexico State. We had Kelly Ayat on our channel after last year's season. Actually, earlier this year in like January, February, sometime around there, we had Ayat on the channel. He said doing the quarterback system affected him mentally. He said that it was something that, you just never know. You can't build any confidence. How are you supposed to build confidence as a quarterback when you know, hey, if I make a bad play, if I throw a bad throw, then I'm going to get ripped out of the game? It does not work, and it doesn't build confidence. Think about Ayat's numbers when he's running the 2-quarterback system in 2024. He had like 58% completion percentage. He wasn't very accurate. He didn't play. I mean, he just didn't look good. I was on my show every week saying, hey, if you're going to pick a quarterback, pick Fife. I think Fife's playing better right now. But if you're going to pick Ayat, roll with him because he's the younger guy. He's your future. Just let him mess up and let him grow through it. They never did either. They kept playing the 2-quarterback system. And, Fife played fine. Ayat, not so fine, in my opinion. Fast forward to 2025 when Ayat comes into the season knowing he's the guy, understanding that he's going to start the season and he's going to mess up as much as he wants. He's going to be that guy. Led the country in passing, 33 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, had a phenomenal year. He was an All-American. He was a first-team All-Conference guy. He was first-team All-Conference over Justin Lamson, who won the national championship and was the most outstanding player in the national championship. I just don't, and I know I got on my soapbox right here, but I just don't like the 2-quarterback. I don't like the 2-quarterback system at all. At all.
Yeah.
Do you go with the guy with wheels or the drop back passer? Now, we have 4 linemen returning, right?
I like that.
That to me changes the scenario a little bit.
We've also got a good running back room. We've got some
dogs in there. We got to get some proof that nobody from last TJ Dement, he was there last year, right? So does the line coming back 4 out of 5 change what you're doing when it comes to the type of quarterback you want?
No, in my opinion, no. I think the type of quarterback you go with really depends on what type of system you want to run. And more importantly, I think it really goes with what type of personnel you have. So, they're both hand in hand. Your personnel matters. What kind of personnel do you have from a skill position standpoint? And also, what type of offense are you running? If you're running an offense that has a lot of read option, a lot of read zone read and things like that, where, you want to use the quarterback a lot, then yeah, go with the running quarterback. But if you're a drop back system, air raid, you're spreading the ball around, you want a quarterback who can really sling it anywhere he wants. I mean, it just depends on the system. I don't think it necessarily depends on the offense. I mean, any situation, both quarterbacks having 4 linemen come back is a good situation for them to be in. Mm-hmm. I think which guy you pick depends on your offensive coordinator, his system, what they prefer, and honestly, what will be more successful for your squad.
You got one, Marco? Because I got a couple more, man. I can keep going, man. Samuel,
yeah, no.
I had questions. Scrapping them. I got different questions based on what he's saying. So,
well, one thing I did want to ask you. So we scheduled Montana. We're going up there.
Yeah,
and we'll be over there.
So, I mean, well, first of all, what can we expect from the game? But if me and Roy head up there, what can we expect from Montana, man? That's way up.
So from the game perspective, I think the game is going to be phenomenal, man. I love a Texas team coming up to Montana. I love when this is what I yearn for is the top teams from the Southland coming up to play the top teams in the Big Sky. The top teams in the Big Sky going down to play the top teams in the Southland. The top teams in the Big Sky going down to play the top teams in the UAC. Like, I want to see good football. And I want to see games that we don't see a lot. This is obviously UTRGV is new to the FCS, but we've never seen it before. So it's intriguing to me, and I think it's exciting. I also like the color matchup, maroon, orange. I mean, it's really cool. But what you can expect from Montana, depending on when is the game, is it early? It's a non-conference, so it's going to be like in August, September.
Early. I believe it's early.
Yeah, so the weather will be good. It'll be beautiful. Maybe you guys might want to be here for a week and go down to Glacier or something, but Montana's amazing. The stadium itself is absolutely phenomenal. It's the loudest in FCS football. It's the best stadium in FCS football. I'm biased, but I think it's the best stadium in FCS football. The environment is just absolutely incredible. And yes, the fans will be hanging over the rails. They'll be yelling loud, but they appreciate the opposition. As like you guys coming in wearing orange, they'll be very respectful. If you guys want to go to the tailgates, you guys can drink beers. You won't buy a drink the whole time you'll be in the tailgates. They'll hand you beers. They'll want to be friendly. I mean, people are very friendly. But when it comes to kickoff, They want to rip your head off. Figuratively, they want the Montana Grizzlies to rip off your team's head. So I mean, it's going to be a phenomenal environment, man. You guys are gonna remember it. Truly, coming into Washington Grizzly Stadium, you guys will remember it for sure.
Yeah, and I've seen. I mean, I've seen it on YouTube. I've seen it. Well, I watch Adam Bakken a lot on YouTube.
Yeah.
Ask
And
the question, Marco. Ask the question. Come on.
okay, I've been trying to get Roy to ask you.
Hold up, Samuel. This guy bugs me all the time. He's like, hey, you talk to Samuel? Like, hey, you talk to Samuel? And I was like, hey, man, I barely started talking to Samuel. I don't want to be asking for stuff so early, right? So I'm going to let him ask you. It takes one less thing I got to do.
Okay.
Well, before I do that though, but I wanted to say, I mean, he kicks a lot in the stadium, which is really cool. And from what I've seen, man, it looks like the seats are right on the field.
Yes,
right?
They are. Yep.
Yeah.
They're
So
right
I mean, that seems like that could get pretty rowdy for the opposing team, man.
It does. It does. It's very, very rowdy. The fans are right on top of you, and that's how we like it out here, man. That's big time football. It's the same way at It's the same way at Montana State. They want to be like Montana, but it's the same way at Montana State. So it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal ball. It's phenomenal ball, man. And the environment, the environment in Bozeman and in Missoula, man. You cannot beat it. You cannot beat it, man. It's the best environments in college football for sure. I mean, think about Montana State, man. They have like 120% capacity every year. They don't even have enough seats to sell. They need to expand their stadium, but expand their stadium. But it's phenomenal, man.
Okay, so I'll ask what I've been bugging Roy, man. Can you get Adam Bakken on the show for us?
Hey, on you guys' show down in the valley?
Yeah.
I can reach out to him. I know he's a busy guy. I know he's a busy guy, but I can reach out to him for sure. I'll let him know.
Hey,
all right.
That's something, Marco. He didn't shut us down. He may be being nice, but he didn't shut us down.
No, I'll reach out. The thing is I never played with Adam. Adam came in the year after I left. So I left in 21. Adam came in 2022. I have met him because obviously we both do content. He's from Frenchtown. I work with Frenchtown a ton. And obviously, we're two Montana football, former Montana football players. So I mean, we talk occasionally. I'll text him about something, but like I don't know him. Like we are nowhere near best friends. But I will send a text message. I will send him and say, hey, I got some boys that are trying to meet with you on the pod. That's the best I can do.
Yeah.
Marco, man. Give Marco, because he talked. I was like, I don't know who that is, man. I'm sorry, Playboy. I don't know who it is. And he showed me some stuff. I thought it was cool.
Adam does a great job. Adam's got a great fan base, and he's got a good following. Adam actually, from my understanding, from what I've seen from his content, he actually started his channel by really covering high school football games out here. And, I guess he had a run-in with NFHS and some of the ADs out here, and he couldn't. I mean, he still does it a little bit, but I think to the level that he was doing it, they really didn't allow him to do it. But at that point, his audience was just so big, and now he goes around and does what he does. But yeah, he's really built a great following, man. His channel's phenomenal.
Yeah, well, I mean, just to go off a tangent, one thing I really like that he puts out is his journey to try to get into the NFL, the CFL, something like that. I mean, so as a young kicker, I mean, I would recommend go watch what he's doing, go see the work he's putting in and all that, because it's a learning experience for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, Roy, your turn.
A couple quick ones. Over under UTRGV 9 wins.
I got the schedule pulled up right here. Let's see.
Hey, stop that, Marco. Stop that. We're talking to somebody outside of us.
Ooh,
I don't like that face though.
I know. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you got 12 at least.
3 teams we lost to are coming to our house.
Say it again.
3 teams from last year are coming to our house.
1. Okay, let me see. Let me do the math for you. UT Permian Basin, that's 1. Nichols, that's 2. McNeese, that's 3. East Texas, that's 4. Can I give you? I don't know if I'll give you Sela, so we won't count that as a dub. Not saying you're going to lose, but I won't count it as a dub right now. I'll give you Incarnate Word. That's 5. I'll give you UCA. That's 6. I'll give you Northwestern State. That's 7. I'll give you Houston Christian. That's 8.
Ooh.
So it's UTSA. It's Sela. It's Lamar, and it's Stephen F. Austin. You got to win one of those to get to your 9. And I would honestly give you. I'll say yes. Over 9, I don't know. Can they get to 9? I'll say yeah, they can get to 9. I think they can get one of Sela Lamar or Stephen F. Austin. We'll count UTSA as a throwaway, even though you guys could win that UTSA. We'll count it as a throwaway. I think you could get one of the big 3 in the SLC from last year.
I think the better question was 8. Now that I think about it, 8 would have made it a little bit more juicy.
8.5. 8.5.
I would have said over if you would have said 8.5.
That changes. That half changes.
I would have said over 8.5. I would have said over.
Okay.
8.5, yeah.
Buy or sell Southland team in the quarterfinals.
I'll buy that. Stephen F. Austin was in the quarterfinals last year.
Yeah. Tacos or burritos?
I'm a taco guy, man. Especially crunchy taco. Crunchy taco. Oh yeah.
Good. Favorite football movie?
Ooh. Oh man. It's actually crazy because I was just looking at the Remember the Titans, and the little daughter from Remember the Titans. She actually just passed.
Yeah. She just passed away. Yep.
Yeah.
6 years old.
Yeah, man. So young, so sad. But I would say The Blind Side, man. I'm a big Blind Side guy. I love that movie. I honestly I can't even think of any. Remember the Titans and The Blind Side are the only ones that come in my head. What am I forgetting right now?
Rudy?
Friday Night Lights?
Yeah.
I like Friday Night Lights, but I like The Blind Side better.
Okay.
Program? Kind of old school.
Nah.
Too old.
Longest Yard?
Ooh. Oh. The new I'm not hip to the old Longest Yard. I'm only hip to the one with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we're that's before.
We'll go with that.
I would definitely put The Longest Yard over Blind Side, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, Cheeseburger Eddie. That's my favorite character.
Man, I knew I should have ate that popcorn.
Yeah.
That's not Cheeseburger Eddie. I'm just saying. Man.
Have you seen the old 80s one, The Wildcats?
No, I haven't.
Woody Harrelson, Wesley Snipes are in this movie. It's actually a good watch.
In The Longest Yard? The first one?
No, The Wildcats.
Oh, The Wildcats. Okay. No, I've never seen that.
It's before your
I actually just saw 2 years ago. I just saw Any Given Sunday with Jamie Foxx
that's a good one. Jamie Foxx,
Al Pacino. Yeah.
Yep. You got anything else, Marco?
No, I'm good. I got my taco burrito question, so I'm good.
You're straight. Man, I appreciate everything about it. Lots of knowledge, man. You did exactly what I thought it was going to be, and I'm looking forward to you doing it, if you can, weekly with us.
Yeah,
right?
Let's do it, man.
Talking about what's good for the week coming up, and we'll get together as far as who's going to do it and what it looks like. But I'm looking forward to having you kind of coming in once a week, 10 minutes, either live or recorded, and you just tell us what's going on with the FCS, because we're all about bringing in people that know more about us. And obviously, if anybody's watching this, you know more about us, about football than us. So we're going to keep on doing it. We appreciate you doing this, my man.
Yeah, appreciate you guys having me, man, so much.
We got one more comment question. Do the Grizz get the revenge this year against State?
I was hoping we'd be able to. I was hoping I'd get out of here. Man, if you were asking me right now, I would definitely pick the Cats right now. I think the Cats should be and are the favorites to win the national championship this year, and they're the favorites to win the Big Sky Conference for good reason. They got a ton of talent coming back. They're too deep almost everywhere. Especially too, the Brawl's going to be played in Bozeman this year, so that's also not good for the Grizzlies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say no right now. I would not pick the Grizz to win the Brawl of the Wild right now. Montana State's really, really good. I will change. Give me a couple of weeks into the season. Let me see what Montana looks like, and also what Montana State looks like. I will have a different answer for you, but right now, no. The Montana Grizzlies are not going to get revenge over the Cats in the Brawl.
All right.
Grizz fans will kill me for that, but they know I'm telling the truth.
I like your honesty. I like that. Somebody asked me recently, I'm not going to say who it was, what's my opinion on UTRGV? And I gave an honest opinion. Like, it was just what it is, right? So, your honesty, I like the way you keep it on the level. And like I said, we're looking forward to having you on here weekly, just really, just spread information that we don't have about the whole FCS. And I'm looking forward to my man, and we'll be in touch.
Absolutely, man. Thank you guys for having me.
All right, brother. Have a good
All
night.
right. Yeah, have a good night.
One question: how do I leave?
Are you just exit out?
Oh, just exit out.
That's
Yeah,
it,
just
man.
exit out.
All right. See you.
All right, peace.
All right, there we go.
We keep on bringing these people on to either make us look really bad because they know so much, or really good because we're able to book them to come on the show. I think it's the second one.
Well, I mean, we bring them on. Well, like you said, we bring them on to make us look dumb. You know, you said that.
I did, and it's true, man. They know what they're doing, right? And hey, I'm not saying I'll ever know that much, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind knowing more. And people like Matt Stepp, Ivan Palacios, and Samuel Akem
Yeah.
make us want to learn more. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
I was taking so many notes just on what
Mhm.
he knows. I mean, he knew a D2 defensive tackle's name from wherever. He was a Rhode Island guy, right? So
Yeah.
these nuggets, man, these nuggets that we're getting, we're just blessed that people, one, respect what we're doing, right, and
Mhm.
are okay with us having them on, and then two, just allowing us to be fans,
Yeah.
right? And I think that is the unique what we're trying to bring is that I don't know who else is doing it, and maybe there's other people doing it, but we're bringing in some fire guests.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get more because I've been talking to people this week, and we got some local people that we got some locals that are going to jump on that are going to give us some more information, right? We talk a little NFL. That's
Yeah,
another
yeah.
cool. We're not strictly Valley. We're not strictly only us. We can talk about Cowboys. We can talk about the Texans.
I
Hey,
don't know about the Cowboys, but
we can argue about it. Right? High school football, right? We can talk about that. So I really enjoy, at the end of the day, I'm a fan.
yeah,
And if I was a fan, that last 30 minutes or 45 minutes that he did this, man, was special
Mhm.
to me. Because we got to think bigger. We got to think bigger than just the Valley, man. We got to think about it. Ooh, here's a good question from
That's
Mark.
why Adam Botkin. I'm this much closer. This much closer.
Hey, he said he'll shoot the text. Do you follow him on
Yeah.
X? You follow Samuel?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, shoot him a message.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, here it is.
I'll send him one.
versus OSU.
Oh man, I've lost all confidence in the Longhorns the last couple years,
Why?
but I'm still gonna hope and get my feelings hurt. So
You're a
I'm
true
still gonna
fan.
hope.
You're a true
Yeah.
fan.
I'm gonna say it's an L until I see better from Arch Manning and company. I'm gonna go L.
Oh, I'm not a UT fan, so I'm not. Is that Ohio State?
Ohio State, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. So
It's in Austin this year. They went to Columbus last year and they lost, but even though it's in Austin, I'm still saying it's an L until I see better from the main guys. No, I wish I did, but no. I have season tickets for baseball. Yeah.
Well, Ohio State's starting quarterback is from my high school.
Yeah, that's what you said, Julian Sand. Is he back again this year?
Yeah, he is.
He is?
He'll be gone.
Okay.
He'll be gone after this year, but Ooh, who we gonna have on for UTSA week? Ooh, I got one for you.
Let's bring on the mayor of San Antonio.
Oh boy, don't get crazy now. Don't get crazy.
We'll bring on the mayor of Annenberg and the mayor of San Antonio. We'll duel it out.
Well, I'm trying to be technologically multitask and pull up what we have. But we did talk to Darian Sterling. I messaged him, and that's one guy that I would like to get on. I'm also going to try to get some other people on. I may have to hit up our boy Eddie Lee, see if he can get maybe some UTSA people on. Right. So, we're working on it, Marco. We are working on it. So my plan is I feel like a professional show, you know, finder or whatever, right?
You're the guest finder. Yeah.
I'm like Fritzy.
Yeah, you're the guest finder. I'm
No one.
the huh?
He says no one. He doesn't want us to have anybody on from. Well, that's probably because the beef. Can I pull up some beef? Do we want the smoke? Hold on.
I'm not gonna comment. I'm not gonna comment.
You don't like it. That's why. Let me pull
Because there's no rivalry. If we win this game, then yes. But yeah. 21 and a half. I don't know, man. Like UTSA has a really good team. They did really well in the portal. They're picked to win their conference. And 21 and a half just doesn't seem like enough, honestly. Like I see
well, the line 29
five.
and a half.
Well, I'm just saying Marco put 21 and a half. That's what he's got. And that's way too low. You said the line was what?
29 and a half.
And I just with the questions we have about our team, I'm taking the over. I'm taking UTSA 29 and a half
To cover?
Yeah, just because we don't know what we have, honestly.
Well, look, the beef is starting. So sideline UTSA, shout out to them. This is not about beef, right? I'm just pointing out what they saw and what they.
Oh, I'm going to cause trouble. I'm going to cause trouble. I'm going to clip this for them.
Oh, stop that, folks. You're going to get me in trouble. Well, that handle is clipping shows. The first one is our guy Sam from the Rio Grande podcast. Shout out to Sam. Cool cat, man. Just a cool dude. He runs the Rio Grande podcast, has some cool guests. He just interviewed Eddie Lee, and they're clipping sound bites of his interviews. And they're talking about Eddie Lee. They made it sound like he dogged out the fan base on that one, right?
Oh.
Then he got the homies from Vaquero Up with Shattered Media, right? The homie Tony Guts. And this one has gone super viral, right? And they're basically dogging out the show that, they're saying it's not the road. We got a lot of Valley people up here. This is 43,000 views.
Well, they're taking UTRGV to cover.
Yeah, well, it's getting heated, man. Orange is a predominant color. Let's go. Can't wait. I mean, they're talking about how we're going to have more fans than them, right? A lot of banter. It's not. There's some fighting words, not fighting, but trouble words going on. So I think it's great as long as we keep it classy, right? Just don't get personal. That's not cool.
I mean, yeah, that's with any sort of beef. Yeah, I mean, just keep it about the teams, the schools, whatever.
I mean, I do think we're going to have more people than expected.
I think we're going to have a lot of people. I don't know what a UTSA crowd looks like.
They had 45,000 for Texas State. I was that game last year.
Yeah, but that there's not going to be that much that's for sure.
You want to bet on that?
Sure, I'll bet $1 on that.
No. We're going to bet a steak dinner. And don't say you can't do it because you go out. You just went to Golden Corral.
That was only $20.
Well, there it is. I'll buy a $20 meal from Roadhouse.
You can't get a good steak for $20.
That's true.
I mean,
make it fun. I want to eat steak.
If I lose, I will make you the steak. I can cook it. I can cook it just as good.
Well, tell me how you're going to make it then. I want to hear your what do you do? You're talking about here. Are you going to smoke it first, and then you're going to what do we got?
I mean, when I make a steak, I salt it. I leave it in the refrigerator. Let the salt take out all the moisture. I leave it in there for a few hours. then you take it out, dry it off with paper towels. That way it sears. It sears nice and good.
What I'm hearing, I like what I'm hearing.
I start with butter in the pan. Just butter, like shallow fry the steak in butter, and then
regular butter, garlic butter. What do we got?
I usually use regular butter, but I can do garlic butter if that's what you want. But again, if I lose,
You're already saying you're winning, so I'm good.
And then again, I cook it one side, flip it, then I add half a bulb of garlic, some thyme, and then more butter. Baste it.
I'm sold. I don't need any more. I'm sold.
I'm telling you,
I just wanted to know if you knew what you were doing. Like
I'm telling you, I'm a good cook. Like I am legit a good cook.
Okay, well then the bet is 45,000 is the line. I call over.
I'm going under.
If I lose, what do you want?
I don't know.
I'm not a great cook, so I can't sit here and tell you.
Okay, if you lose, then you can buy me a steak from Roadhouse.
I'm with it.
Yeah,
I'm with it. How many people do you know that are going to San Antonio for the game? I know everybody I speak to is going. The only one I know is not going is Marco.
Well, my mom's having surgery. I have to. That's a legit reason.
I'm not asking for excuses.
And she's probably watching this right now. She watches the show.
Moms, I nothing against you. I'm just pointing out the obvious that Marco's not going to the game. So let's put a bow on it. I think there's going to be more than 45,000 people, and I think Texas State is their biggest rivalry. I think somebody said it.
Yeah, for sure.
More of a rival than you. Ooh, that's interesting. We don't pay Texas State though.
We're not. Well, first of all, it's not a rivalry. I'm going to stand on that hill. It is not a rivalry.
It is a rivalry. It's fun. It's South Texas, man. It's a rivalry.
It's not. I'm sorry.
Well, you're talking about a competitive rivalry, like where there's no history.
There's zero history. It's not a rivalry until we see some close games. Hey,
they're going to clip us right now. We're going to end up like Vaquero Up and the Rio Grande podcast, man.
Yeah, but they're gonna like what I'm saying. So,
well, I mean, to me, look, man, UTSA is good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Proud, right? We're gonna go up there and we're gonna try to make it a game. I'm not saying we're gonna win. I want us to win as a fan. Of course, I do.
Yeah.
Right? But things have to really come into place. We need to know who the darn quarterback is. Right? If we go to UTSA playing two quarterbacks, man, that's craziness, right?
And then think, if we pick a quarterback after UTPB, that's less than a week to
that's insane.
Prepare for a game with a quarterback.
With the FBS level, and like you said, UTSA is picked to finish towards the top of their conference. They're not no slouch.
Yeah.
It says here, I think we play. I think the way UTSA gets up to play Texas State, we should get up to play. Yeah, I get it.
I mean, I think I said this before. I think UIW or Lamar would be our rival.
Well, yeah. I mean, in conference rivalries, we're going to have UIW, Lamar, SFA, Texas schools, right? East Texas, Houston Christian. Yeah, but UIW's in San Antonio, natural, right? And SFA smacked us last year. So, he says the coach might be Frunson. You think he's doing the oop-de-oop?
I mean, I mentioned that.
You think he's playing coy? You think he knows already?
I mean, I did mention that a couple shows ago, and I was getting some flack for that.
Well, yeah, of course, but I don't see the value in that. What's the value in doing that?
To have conversations like this, I don't know. Other than that, I don't see a value in it, honestly.
Yeah, playing coy, I get it, but
It's not like we're going into the national championship game where any real questions would matter, you know?
Mike Paris says that UTSA has a college level Valley Week, so they're ready for it, right?
Has a
So
college level, what does that mean?
I think it's basically the week leading up to the game. They're doing it's called Valley Week is basically what I think it is.
Oh,
I
okay.
think you do a dual quarterback system up until the UTS game, since more than likely will be a blowout. You get a chance to see. Yeah, but see, I don't think UTSA is the barometer or should be the barometer of what quarterback play is.
No,
I-
because you're probably going to see, I mean, what, maybe the best defense we see all season? I don't know.
Absolutely, 100% the best defense.
I mean,
They're gonna
probably
have a
the best
very-
athleticism.
Yeah, 100%. The
Yeah.
best at every position are going to be probably at UTSA. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
Right now, Spencer Rich, dog. Jaden Haygood, dog. Wes
Yeah.
Thompson, dog. TJ Neal, dog. Prosser, dog.
Yeah.
But, right, we don't know where they will be on the UTSA team. I think some of them can play for UTSA. But the second person at UTSA,
They have depth.
it's going to be better than us. And that's not a problem. That's not
Yeah.
saying that's anything bad for us. That's the
Yeah.
way it's supposed to be. If we had depth like that, man, we would have been in the playoffs last year.
Yeah. And I mean, we talk about the same thing in baseball, where the UTs, those kinds of schools have the depth at the back of the bullpen. They could pitch those guys later in the weekend, and we can't. So, I mean, it's the same kind of thing in football.
That's what Mike's talking about. High school playoff Valley.
Oh, yeah. That I know. That's leading up to week 3 of the football playoffs. Yeah.
Right, but he might be saying that Valley Week as in it's a pushover for UTSA. Maybe.
No, he's talking about high school playoffs.
Right. So Valley Week for San Antonio is considered an easy win to them.
Yes.
That's what I think he's saying, and let us know, right? But
No, yeah. I think that's what he's saying. Yeah.
I think that's what he's saying, right? But that is changing. I think we're going to be more competitive in the next couple of years with San Antonio and Austin. I
Yeah.
know that.
One thing that Marco just said, I feel like, well, at least with the fans for sure. The players, I don't know. Are they looking past UTPB?
Yes.
Which is dangerous.
Well,
Because then, I mean, it is dangerous. It doesn't matter the team you're playing. It is dangerous to look past an opponent. I don't like that. I don't like that, because that's already a culture thing that should not be happening on the team.
well, I think you said fans. I think the
Well,
fans maybe a little
Oh,
bit.
fans, yes, for sure. I'm talking about players. Like, are the players? Is the team looking past UTPB? I don't know, but I hope not.
Well, look, naturally, probably a little bit, but that's why there's a coach. That's
Mhm.
why there's an offensive coordinator. That's why coaching matters, right? Is that, yeah, you might think, oh, I just can't wait to get in front of. I mean, think about this, man. The Goods is from San Antonio. Hey, Good. That's crazy. He's going to have a whole section of fans there, right? Peanut is from Austin, right next to San Antonio. All these kids, those two specifically, and we got others. Malachi Lane's from San Antonio. I think Jackson Maynard's from that. We got a lot of San Antonio flavor on our team. They're going to play in a place that they felt in their head, in my opinion, that they should have been or want to be. Looking ahead, a little bit of that's going to happen for an 18-year-old, 20-year-old kid, because that's part of what it is. But the coach, the build-up, UTPB lost their. We did an article on it. Lost their quarterback to Abilene Christian, I think. Right, new head coach is a high school coach that's very successful. Right, their defense lost a bunch of people, so they're replacing people. Think about UTPB right? Playing us the way we're playing UTSA. We're supposed to have more depth than UTPB. We're supposed to have more talent than UTPB.
We're supposed to, but we really don't know.
No, we do. That we do know that. Don't get it twisted. Clip that UTB. Do whatever you want. We got more talent than UTBB. I can't even say it right now. UTSA has more talent than us. Yes or no?
For sure.
Same thing. They're a Division II team.
Mm.
We're supposed to have more talent than them.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I'm not mad at that statement, and they shouldn't be mad either.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But yeah, if they don't come out ready, they can get smacked.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If they don't come, if our starting quarterback, whoever it is, right now it's Aiden from what we've seen and heard. Right? If he gets 4 3-and-outs in a row, and we do something where the field position changes,
mm-hmm.
and the stadium goes silent,
yeah,
we're going to have to find out what we do. How are we going to respond?
Mm-hmm.
Says, you don't think UTV coach is saying, yeah, of course. Yeah, I would bullet him. I would put us on there and say, hey, look, they got more talent than you. It's part of that. They should do that. Right. But back to our bet, I think there's going to be more than 45,000 people at the Alamo Dome.
I'm going under.
I know. And if you lose, you cook me a steak.
Yes.
If I lose, I gladly take you to Roadhouse.
Yes.
So what else you got, man?
Well, like I said, we got a couple baseball commitments, but 2028. So they're just going into their junior season.
Yeah, and a local guy, Houston, Harlingen South.
Yeah, Isaiah Olivares out of Harlingen South, a catcher. I mean, and then the other guy, Braxton Jones, he's a 2-sport athlete. He plays football and baseball out of Pearland High School.
He's a short little, he's like 5'6".
Yeah. I mean, he's an infielder outfielder, what I saw, but I mean, well, hey, the fact that we're able to keep a hometown talent home from Harlingen South is big. I mean,
I love it.
Yeah, and then I mean, Braxton Jones, I haven't looked into him much, but I mean, getting somebody from Pearland High School, I mean, that's a big name in high school sports. And again, the fact that they're just starting their junior season is like, it's kind of crazy to me.
Well,
that
they're ready.
Yeah, I mean, the coaches saw enough to offer. Yeah.
I was waiting for an article that you're going to drop about them, man.
Well, I was only doing articles on the ones that are coming or playing this season. Because I had one Frankie Miller from I forget, one of the El Paso schools. But I didn't do one on him because he's at 2027, so he's still in high school.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, it's so long till baseball season. I mean, we got basketball before baseball. We haven't even talked a lot about basketball. And you know what? That's going to be tough, man. I know. Shout out to Coach Chambers. You know, I know he's watching. I don't think so, but whatever. Maybe he is. Right. Their season's coming up pretty quick.
It is.
And football season in the Valley is all football and volleyball.
Yep.
So we're going to do what we can.
Basketball is going to get lost for sure.
I hope not, but it's a possibility that they will get lost when it comes to that.
It will. I will say I will probably forget about basketball.
A lot of people will, man. But that's hey.
But I will say BC, if I'm pretty good at handing out water bottles, so if you need some help with that, I will remember basketball season.
You will. What's your thoughts on Arch Manning getting booed at the Manning camp? You got booed?
I have not seen anything about it, but I don't know. I don't know about that.
I saw a YouTube show about the Manning camp. I love that camp, man. And it's at Nichols. They do it at Nichols at least one year. So
Yeah. Well, that's where I know they're from Louisiana, or that's where they live.
well, his dad played for the Saints.
Yeah.
So that was a big one. Texas State plays basketball. I think that's a home and home. They play here and they go to Texas State. So we're looking forward to that. I'm a basketball head, so I'm going to talk about basketball.
Yeah, I really like the schedule.
Great schedule.
It's fun. It's going to be fun, and we'll get a good gauge on how good this team is.
Hey, basketball that is not a lie. I really think they have an opportunity to be our best team, man. These guys have length, multiple guys over 6'9", multiple guys that can score. BB Nice on Instagram with a 45-inch vertical.
Yep.
Hamming on people. And he can shoot. He's a shooter. He's not even considered a jumper.
Yeah.
Right? You got the point guard, Chris. You got Ian Parham, who just won one of the under 20 finals, right? You got Wright, right? You got JC Posey, James Posey's son on the team. They got a chance to go dancing.
Yeah, it's that is the one team that I am excited for this season.
I'm super excited to watch them, man. I'm going to be in Edinburgh. Wow.
Yeah, like football. I'm not the biggest football fan. You know that, and I'll go to the games. Volleyball, I am starting to get a lot more into it, so I think I will be at a lot more UTRGV volleyball games this season. But
shout out to the Bird Bowl, man. I went there last night.
Mm-hmm.
The Bird Bowl for volleyball, it was insane.
Yeah.
It was insane. I loved everything about it. If you ever want to see a hometown rivalry that's not football, go to the Bird Bowl, man. There was people from Sam Benny. I think I saw Sonny Ratliff out there. I saw a lot of people from different schools. The place was packed to the rim. I couldn't even sit down. Your boy was sweaty. But it was an amazing time.
Yeah, Juliana Bryant was there, the volleyball player, UTRGV player. Yeah, she posted a couple things. She was like looks like she was at like the second level, like in the middle.
I looked, I couldn't find her, but I was in the corner. You know what's a trip, man? Real quick before we drop off.
Yeah.
So, story time. Can we needed like some background music for story time. Stories time with Revis. So, I was a hooper back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pretty good enough to scrimmage with varsity players in 7th and 8th grade, right? So there was this summer tournament that Harlingen used to do. I don't know if they do it anymore, but it was a huge summer, it wasn't even a tournament. It was a summer league.
I think they did, because I saw some high school basketball stuff this summer.
Oh, it was a huge league, like sponsored by Nike or something. You get a nice jersey. All the best players in the Valley used to go there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I specifically remember sitting on the staircase listening to The Far Side when I was in like 7th and 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, I was sitting at the exact same spot.
Oh, nice.
I don't know. To me, that's a little bit of a, kind of cool.
Yeah. That's cool.
I thought to myself, like, man, I remember sitting here in 7th or 8th grade, and now I'm 46 years old watching a volleyball game in the exact same sitting spot. I was right exactly where I was at that point, man. So it was great memories going to Harlingen. I was supposed to go and be a Harlingen Cardinal. It was just cool to do it. So Bird Bowl was off the hook. Thank you to Samuel Akem for coming on. So much good content. I got so many more clips to drop from Mr. Palacios about high school football. I want these high school players to get their shine. So if you guys post about a high school player, like and share it. Not for me, for them. These kids need to get their shine, man. This is their 1-2 years to be stars. Let them feel like stars. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to drop those. I got a Los Fresnos one. I got another Nicky Rowe one. I got a PSA North one. What else do I got? I got a Raymondville one. I got a lot more to drop for the interview.
Yeah.
46,
Um,
I'm
uh,
46, man. You want me to cross you up, Biggie? What's up? Hey, we shot out your class earlier. I don't know if you were on. Second
yeah.
grade class, Vermilion Road, right? Teacher, Mr. Perez. Make sure tomorrow you take him an apple, right? And then put a worm in it or something.
No,
So,
taco. Um,
yeah.
so a couple more things for me. So,
Oh, come on.
was this? Yeah, I guess it was this week. I don't even remember. It's like crazy, but this week, we had 5 UTRGV players win a summer league championship.
I saw that. That's dope.
Yeah. One is returning. The other 4 are transfers coming in. And the cool thing is the hitter or the hitter that's coming in, he led the league in hitting. He had like a 419 average. Yeah. And then two of the pitchers in the championship series, one of our pitchers started game 1, one of our pitchers started game 2, and another one of our relievers coming in, he pitched in both championship games and had a couple scoreless innings. So, I mean, yeah, so that's exciting. From I've talked about this with you. I'm still unsure about baseball. I don't know about this team, but we will see.
Don't get negative on me, man. Don't get negative on me. Everybody's undefeated right now. Everybody's undefeated. So I'm all in on baseball. I'm all in on basketball. I don't know if I'm gonna get into a women's soccer team game. I'm gonna try.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just
show us some love. None of them come on the show. Like, the easiest way to get us to support is come on the show.
I'm sure we could ask Journey or Willow. I mean, they might.
We never had. You're supposed to get on that.
I've never asked. No, I mean, but another thing that somebody messaged me like right before the show. I guess inviting us to this juniors beach volleyball tournament. So if we were interested in going, it's going to be at the island. It's Labor Day weekend, Sunday, September 6th at the island. So
I will be in San Antonio.
Oh, that's right. Well, I might be able to go. I might be here.
You might be able to go.
Yeah. Okay.
That might be fun, man. A little beach volleyball.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
I will be tomorrow at Rivera watching a sprint.
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
Excited to see that. So shout out to Biggie. And, hey, look, I want to go to games, man. So, we're going to cover the games. We'll do stories on the games. We're going to celebrate it. I don't know if we're part of the media. We do media things, right? Like I'm taking footage. I'm writing stuff. I can take my mics to do interviews. I'll do whatever I can because I want to support the kids. So any schools out there, if you want us there, invite us. We would love to be on the sideline. I shot one email to one school. I'm not going to say who it was. I have gotten no response. And it's the athletic director, football coach. So hopefully I get a response on that one because that was kind of, at least
I thought you got a yes.
On tomorrow or a different one?
No, a different one.
A different one I did, but not the one I emailed.
Oh, okay. Because you said you hadn't got any yeses.
No, I got a yes, but the one I emailed, I haven't got a response yet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So if anybody, knows anybody that can get us into games, we'll pay I don't mind it. It would be nice to be able to go on the sideline, take some content, right? Or go up to the booth or do that. But I'm going to go anyways. I'll be a fan. So
yeah, volleyball or football. We'll go, and then I think I'm going to go to that PSG Mercedes game because it'll be here. So I think I might go to that one.
That's a good game, man.
Yeah.
I want to see what PSG does. I want to see Garza.
Yep.
I mean, he might play everywhere. He might be the quarterback. No, I think they have a quarterback. He's a receiver.
Yeah,
Receiver, running back, defensive back. He'll be returning kicks. His daddy's going to put him to work, and I love it.
but they went 1-9. So do they really have a quarterback? I don't know.
But they were good the year before.
But they were 1-9 last year.
It's all right. New coach, man.
Yeah.
Rivetta was 1-9 last year. You know what they're going to be this year? Winners. I already can call it.
I have no idea.
And
Okay.
Benny was not, a great team last year. They're going to be winners. I know. Competitive district, 32-6A.
Yeah.
Vet started good, ended up lowering. Didn't have a great end of the year. I think they're going to be pretty good, right? So that district's going to be very competitive. I don't think I'm going to do the previews, man, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a lot of work.
Let's just not do it. Let's just go to games and talk about it.
It was a lot of work with the volleyball ones. I had enough with that one.
It is, and I don't know how much, people, look, I love the articles and I love doing them and I enjoy telling stories, but let's just focus on the stories, right?
Yeah.
Now that we're in season, starting in 1 week,
Yeah.
who
1
cares
week.
about the previews anymore, man? It's game time. It's time to lace them up. It's time to show who's can play. The previews are done. The rankings are done. All that stuff is done. It's time to see who's going to represent for the hometown, who's going to ball out, right? Who's going to smack people in the mouth week 1, and then we can just talk about that.
Yep. Yeah, it's already too close. So,
all right, let's agree to do it. Listen, because I was working on it. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. I say we don't do it. I say we just, we'll pick a game of the week and we'll cover that and we'll mix it up. We'll be different with it.
Yeah. So I'll cover like I said, if I go to the PSG Mercedes, I'll cover that one. So.
I might just stay home and go Los Fresnos.
Yeah.
I got to see how good Laredo Alexander is. Anybody in the chat know if they're any good?
I mean, Laredo schools are usually pretty good. I just forget which ones are good.
I want to see the new Los Fresnos quarterback. Chesney is a new guy. He was a backup last year. Came in against one game last year against United and played really well. I'm excited to see him throw the rock. Right. Shout out to my primo. He's as a coach there. Right. So I want to see how they play. So I'm probably going to go Los Fresnos. Now there are Thursday night games. So I don't know. Maybe there's a Brownsville game I get invited to.
Oh.
You never know.
Yeah, I need to look. I don't know what I don't even know if that PSG Mercedes is Thursday or Friday. So
yeah, we got to check, man. All right, man. I'm gonna find out what's going on in the hood.
Okay.
The work was not great today. I'm hoping to have a better day tomorrow for work because it did not go well. But I like this background, man. I think I'm gonna stick with it.
Yeah, I like it better.
And the Eddie hat was rocking, man. Shout out to Eddie.
Yeah.
Got to confirm the date and time he's jumping on next week. See what's up.
Okay, cool.
Right, and then we're rolling, man.
Yep. Next Wednesday we'll be previewing game 1.
We'll preview game 1. We'll preview some high school. Right. We'll talk a little Texans football with a special guest. So if you're a Texans fan, I got one for you.
Yeah.
I got one for you, man. I got a dude that knows Texans football and the Valley knows him. That's all I'm going to say. Speculate to see who you think it is. But your boy's been working and it's cool. That dude's solid.
Yeah.
He talks about Texas football all the time on social media. So he already knows that they play the Raiders on preseason. So he's locked in. So, Biggie, how'd you know that?
You're not supposed to say.
I didn't say his name, but Biggie guessed it. I'm not going to say his name.
No, don't.
He said he wanted to do it. I don't.
Well, don't say his name. Don't say. Well, don't show it.
Hey, man, you got to speak it into existence, right? He's got a good last name, and he likes the Texans, and I got a good relationship with him where he responds to me. Anybody that responds to me, I'm happy. Because you don't have to do much to make me happy. So,
Yeah.
all right, man. I'm gonna get out of here, man. Appreciate everybody stepping on. Samuel Akem. I'm dropping some of those edits. We got so much to do. Don't forget to invite us to games if you'd like. Please let us know. We'd love to be on the sideline. Just really get us involved. We're trying to get involved and trying to cover as much as we can. So we appreciate everybody here.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, Marco. Peace out.